Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. BrotherLeb is back from trip number one and is going on trip number two this weekend. But we found some time, so we're going to get a practice show in because it's been like 2 weeks, which means that this is either going to be absolutely terrible or pretty decent. We're going to do this pretty quick because we're planning to hop into the F-14 afterward. Due to optimization, we probably won't stream it. Just because we haven't done any testing on that, and the priority for us is to fly together. So I'm probably going to cut off the stream after the debrief, but the goal is at some point that we'll keep rolling and do F-14 ops on stream at some point. But until such a time as we have figured out how that's going to work, we're going to hop off and do that on our own time. But given it's been a minute, let's do a full briefing. So, good evening, pilots. It is 9 p.m. on July 28th, 2026, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We are doing a show at Adana. BrotherLeb weather briefing.
Yeah, so weather briefing at Adana as of 2 p.m. local. We've got winds are calm. We got a scattered, or rather, few clouds at 12,000. Altimeter is 29902, and temperature 20 Celsius, dew point 0. No remarks.
Altimeter 2992 for corrected altimeter 2985. Corrected center point elevation 0 feet will be cleared out of the chocks, splitting to line up at our respective runways 2 tree and 05. For the individual takeoff maneuvers, followed by the opposing knife edge, followed by the rest of the show, as briefed. I don't think we made any adjustments to the show last time. Just personal adjustments. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. I can't think of anything that I wanted to make major adjustments to.
All right. Anything else before we get rolling?
Nope.
Have you flown the A-4 since the patch?
The A4, I have not.
Okay. When I flew it, it was a little bit lighter on the controls. So that wasn't great, but it was adaptable for me. But we'll see how it goes. All right, just wanted to give you that heads up, and if there's nothing else, we'll get rolling.
Sounds good.
All right, ready, Mick? Chariot switch inputs.
See ya.
BrotherLeb, how copy?
Loud and clear. How me?
Entirely yourself. Launching the sim, closing the Discord. Apparently I did something and took myself out of PC streamer mode for a second. You still got me?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Alright. Oh, I just cleared FXO and metashaders because of the patch, so this might take a minute.
Yeah. Same. And I haven't loaded Syria yet, so it's probably going to be slow.
Yep. Oh, I was doing a practice show and realized that I actually haven't flown lead for like the back half of the show ever. Not ever, but like it's been a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time. So that was fun. Also, I was like, yeah, this isn't nearly as cool when it's just you.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the A4 show, the cool stuff is what you do together. Like,
Yes. Agreed.
in the 18 show, it's kind of cool what you're doing all the time. But with the A4, it really feels like you need each other to make it awesome.
It's definitely way more interesting to have two pilots instead of just you doing circles.
Mm-hmm. Because it is a lot more. It's a lot more circles in the A4 than it is in the
Yeah.
18. A lot less angle pulling on stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's
Yeah,
no MRT, no high alpha. It's a lot less impressive without both
Yep.
aircraft.
Yep. All right. The IP is what I sent to you, so that
Great.
should work. And I'm about to start a server.
All right. I will correct my iPizzle. Oh. Loading. Oh. Yeah, the inverted takeover roll is still giving me concerns. Just like trying to figure
You've
out
been
how the.
getting pretty good at it though.
I
Like
mean,
you're in the
yeah.
ballpark.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to look right. I truly think I need to be line abreast when we do the roll.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I think my recollection from the Hornet version is by the time you get to center point, you're scooting up to line abreast. And then the Hornet version, you would pass me and I would end up on your wing. But obviously it's different for this. So
I think
I don't know.
the way it's supposed to work in the Hornet version is that ideally you actually never C5. But, you know.
All right, yeah, server is up.
I'm in.
Great.
Don't load. Don't load. Thank you. Don't load that spot over there that I'm not looking at for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do some stream stuff here.
It's weird because mine, it goes to that TACAN that I put down over by center point.
Yeah, not mine.
And that's.
Oh, it resets. I don't know if this is Windows or whether it's DCS, but it's resetting my audio drivers every time.
That's weird.
It is weird. That's the wrong one. Gameplay no cam. There you are.
Interesting. I've never noticed that. Hello. The center of your viewpoint in the A4 mod, I don't think it was developed with VR in mind because the center, so whatever your dominant eye is where the center is. So it feels like I'm a little right of center, but if I squint and get my dominant eye looking, it's right down the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
So I wonder if I.
So so when I was flying the 18, I would actually scooch myself a little right in order to recenter, because that way then the HUD was actually centered on stream. Because
Yeah.
to me, when I'm flying, I don't care. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. But like, when I was flying, I noticed on stream it was hard for the viewers to see the stuff on
Yeah.
the right side of my HUD, so I just like scooch myself a little right when I was recentering to get the HUD in the center of my vision. All right,
Uh-huh.
I am ready to start whenever you are.
Let me unpause then. Unpausing 3, 2, 1, mark. And we are on.
Don't forget your
Pause.
brakes.
Oh, yeah, they are on.
Okay.
And let me know when you're ready for start.
I am ready for start.
Alrighty, stand by the ground power.
Chariot.
Ground power in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Oh.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Alright, stand by the starter.
Chariot.
3, 2, 1, mark. Stand by ignition.
Chariot.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. Stand by idle.
Chariot.
With light off. Idle in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Chariot has ignition.
Lab. Continue with checks. And stand by for electric power.
Chariot.
Electric power off in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Copy.
And stand by the slats.
Chariot.
In 3,
Ground
2,
power is now on.
1, mark.
Good slots.
And stand by the canopy. Good slats. 3, 2, 1, mark. All right. And we are ready to roll.
Chariot's up, Treecom 1.
Lab up tree.
Chariot's up, Guardcom 2.
Labs up.
Takeoff checks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim is set. Check your heading. My heading 138. Check your altimeter set to 985 for a corrected center plane elevation. Yes, a corrected center plane elevation of 0 feet. Check your smoke station is on. Check your master arm is on. Check your lights are on. Check your stab og is on. Check your fuel. Lights out.
Lab. Good afternoon, Chariot. Updated winds are calm. Clouds few, 12,000. Altimeter 2 at 902 for a corrected center point elevation, or altitude, correction. A corrected altimeter of 2985 for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet, and that's the altitude of 82 feet. You're cleared to taxi left out of chocks and hold short 25.
Thanks, Leb. Clear to taxi. Line up them. Hold short, rather. 25 feet.
Correction, hold short to tree.
Copy. Holding short to tree.
Left.
Solos, we're cleared to taxi. Check your smoke stations on. Chariot sprung up to 70%. Off brakes now. Chariots, come left, see up. Solo, switching 8 com 1.
What?
Chariot's up 8 com 1.
Leb's up 8 com 1. How come?
Chariot's up 8 com 1. Taxi checks.
Leb.
Check your altimeter. Chariots, 2985 set. 0 feet barrel out.
Leb 2985. 0 feet barrel.
Stand by the flaps. Flaps. Check your flaps up. Chariots flaps down. 321, 1 degree up. Barrel out.
Leb is flaps up, 1 degree up, and barrel out. Perishable skill.
That's why we practice.
And let's pass the center point, Chariot.
Chariot's holding fort. 2 tree. I mean, that's accurate, but I'm actually holding short 2 tree.
And let's pass him, Charlie.
Air boss. Solos are ready to roll. Copy clearance of the field and the airspace.
And Leb's entering Delta, Chariot. Let's roll it for Adana.
Chariot's on the roll. Air boss. Blue Angels 5. Taking runway 2 tree for immediate takeoff. Blue Angel 5. Chariot's lining up 2 tree.
And let's hold short. 0 5.
Chariot's on the roll. Airspeed's alive. See ya. Chariot's later.
Leb's rolling.
Feels good. Feels real good.
Ready. Smoke. What's on top? 5.5.
Chariot, continue.
Stand by.
Nice.
Smoke. Clear.
Chariot's clear, 4.5, circling for the opposing knife edge.
Left clear, 1 mile, mark to the right. And a 4 mile.
Preliminary beam. Come here, take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Chariot stand for the left knife edge.
Put in the left, knife it. Seconds. Mark a little ahead for him. And a 3 miles. Mark 395. Mark 4.
Swag on.
Contact.
Contact swag off. Ready, hit it. Sure, sir. East full. Rolling out. Sure, clear and clear on the crowd for the opposing inverted.
Left.
That feels lighter on the poles.
3 miles. Mark.
A little ahead, that's fine.
4 miles.
Preliminary beam.
Beam.
Preliminary, take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Chariot stand for the right inverted.
Was it right inverted?
A little ahead.
10 seconds. Mark hair behind. 400. And a 3 miles. Mark 4. Mark 403.
Ready, hit it. Swag on. Stand by, roll. Smoke off. Stand by, roll. Curiously, and clear with the crowd for the opposing pivot.
Left. Half full for the border. Half full for the border. 3 miles. 4 miles.
Preliminary beam. Come here, take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. Chariot stand for the left of it.
What's in the left? We'll let it.
Half roll up.
Half full. 10 seconds. Mark hairhead. 405. Mark 401.
Half mile behind.
2 miles. Mark 4.
Half mile behind. Swap on.
Contact.
Contact added up. Ready, hit it. Push. And 45. And the vertical 5-0. 5 oh. 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 And 45. Horizon. Now 9-5, contact power signal. And set. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Comes the pole. Smoke off. Chancellor.
Clear.
Is pull. Rolling out. Chancellor and clear with the crowd for the opposing correction for the section Fortis.
Lab.
Hooks down.
Hook is down.
340, ease in power, ease in pull, rolling out some bank. 325, ease in more power. And we're rolling out 300, ease in more power. Souls are behind the crowd, set up the Fortis, check the lights on.
Lab. Landing light is on. Good.
280, adding power. A little pull, adding a little more power. We're coming right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. We're in a right-hand turn for the Fortis.
Lab.
Little further right, a little more pull. Is in the pull. Rolling up the Fortis, outboard to inboard, easing a little power. Tries our rolling in?
Clear.
Swell. Stand by the gear. Gear. Outboard to inboard, up, and 50 low.
Lab.
Adding power. A little drive. We're coming left, adding more power, a little more drive. Stand by the gear. Gear. Hook. Chairs rolling out. Ease and some pull. Rolling out. A little pull, adding power. Smoke off. Adding more power to 90. We're setting up the head-on.
Lab.
Correction, the canopy to canopy.
What?
Ease and some pull. We're coming right. Coming further right comes the pull. A little more pull. Adding power. We're in right-hand turn for the canopy to canopy.
Lab.
Ease and some pull. Ease in more pull. Easing a little power. Easing more pull. And rolling out. The canopy to canopy a little dry. And chariot set rolling in.
Clear.
Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Rolling out. Ease the pull. Smoke off. Cheers, rolling out. We're coming right. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Pulls in right-hand turn for the section crossover.
Yep.
Little further right. Ease and simple. Rolling out a little bank. Easing a little power. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Ease in more. Pull. To level. Swing on. 450. Ready to break. Ace pull, rolling out. Pull to 80. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. Pulling the horizon. Smoke off. Cheers later. Cheers later and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing 4 point. Luminary beam. Alright, take a mark.
Take.
Stand by, mark it. Cherry stand for the right 4 point.
Right 4 point. Be here by 10 seconds. Mark mile behind 405. Miles. Mark for it. Mark.
Smoke on. Comics off. Ready, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, sir. Peaceful. Rolling up. Cheers clear and climb on the ground for the slow roll.
Let's clear for the slow roll. And left target 3 miles for the slow roll. And left's turn in, or rather left's in 2 miles for the slow roll. Ready. Smoke.
Cheers clear. 5.5 behind crowd right. Circling for the line abreast loop.
Contact.
325. $340.
Adding power to 92. 350. Easing lots of pull. Rolling out some bank. 380. Easing power. 400 coming for the left. A little pull. Adding power to 92. Is the ball. Rolling out the Latimer's loop. 250 high. Smoke. On. Up. We go. A little more pull. Vertical 6-4 is the pull. Stand by the boards. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Easing a little power. Stand by the boards. A little more pull. Ease the pull. Chariot, oh, knock it off. Chariot's clear, boss.
Leb is clear.
Chariot's over the top, 9-8 for the solo 8 point.
Leb's clear, 10-5.
Chariot's in for the solo 8 point. Ready, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chariot's clear. Chariot's clear and clear with the crowd for the opposing horizontals.
Leb.
3 miles mark. 3.5. 4 miles mark. Limit on your beam.
Beam.
There, take a mark.
Good to go.
Stand by, mark it. Sure, stand for left horizontals.
Then left horizontal. Gonna be late. 10 seconds. Mark point 2 behind. 380. Mark 405. And a 2 miles, Mark 402.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Oh, shoot.
Clear.
Cheers, clear. Stand by, roll. Cheers, clear, and clear by the crowd for the inverted tuck roll. Contact.
Leb, come left 370. He's lots of power. He's in the pull and rolling out 350.
Sure, it's got a lot of ground to make up.
340. We're coming back left, coming further left, adding a little power, 340, adding a little more power, a little pull, more left, and a little more pull. Even more pull, 360. Ease in the pull. Rolling out, ease and lots of pull, and rolling through.
Good need lap.
Ease the pull, and rolling out the inverted tuck over roll. Little inboard, or rather outboard to inboard. Ready. Smoke 'em. Little inboard again. And high. A little drop. Ready.
Clear.
Smoke. For left and a little more pull.
Alright.
Adding a little power, power set 9.
Let's reset.
Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Slows back down, setting up the section roll.
Sure, you got 2 lap.
Love, ease and all that pull. And we're coming back left. Comes the pull. A little further left and a little more pull. Slows in a left-hand turn for the section roll. Ease and pull. Ease and more pull.
Sure.
A little further left. Comes the pull. Ease in the hole, and we're rolling up the section roll smoke. Easing up the pull, it'll drive. We go. Oh. A little pull, rolling through. Further left, a little more pull.
Trash.
Souls in a left-hand turn for the fleur.
Try it.
A little more pull. Little more pull. Ease in the pull. Ease in more pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out the fleur. Up we go. Ready?
Ready, roll. First layer, smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull. East full. Rolling out. Cheers clear and clear on the ground for the Dirty Flame loop. Have I got something to talk to you about?
Okay.
Oh, you did nothing wrong. It's just it's a really funny thing. You'll hear about it in the debrief. It's fun.
Well, there's plenty of that to go around this.
4 miles mark. Chariot circling for direct clean loop. And Chariot's in direct clean loop 4.5. He's in the pump, rolling up 4 miles direct clean loop. Three miles, mark 260. 2.5, mark 220. 2 miles, mark 200. .5, mark 200. Smoke on gear. Add it up. Up. We go. A little more pull. Vertical 2-2. Ease the pole. Stand by the boards. Boards. Comes the pole. Stand by the boards. Boards. Ease the pole. Seriously? Contact.
He's up and rolling out 350.
Correct.
Back right. 330. Adding power. Power's at 90. 330. Slow prime crowd setting up the section loop.
Chariot.
Hopefully we don't die. $350. Using some pull. Coming further right, 350.
You got 2 left.
Lub. Adding a little power. Power's at 92.
Worst
A
time
little
for that to
further right
happen.
and a little pull. Easing the pull. And rolling out the section. Loop, little dry smoke. And we go a little more. Vertical 5.1. Easing the pull, easing power, easing more pull, and more power. Stand by the boards, board. Comes the pull, a little more. Pull. Stand by the boards, board. Easing some pull, easing more pull. Coming right. Easing more pull. Smoke off. Coming back left. Coming further left. Roll through. pull. A little more. Pull. Slow to the left-hand turn for the loop right cross boss. 200.
Sure, 350.
A little more. Pull. Even more. Pull. A little further left. Ease in the pull. Ease in more. Pull. And we're rolling out. Little drive. The loop. Brake. Cross. Adding a little power. Power set 90. Little inboard.
Chariot.
And we go a little more. Pull even more. Pull. Work 5 Little right. Little pull. Ready, split. Little inboard, little. Smoke. The 1 mile mark, 400. Little low. 2 miles mark, 400. 2.5 mark. 3 miles mark. Up we go and up for G mark. Vertical 48. 8 alpha. Horizon now powers idle. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Roll it. Here's D. Stop. Oh, 3 miles mark. 2.5. And a 2 miles mark, 410. 1.5 mark, 400. 1 mile mark, 390. Half mile mark, 395. Smoke. Clear.
Sure, sir. He's rolling out. Cherry clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the section tuck away break.
11.
400.
Contact.
375. 350. Adding power. 340. Common left, adding power to 90 comes the pull. 340. $345. $335. We're off to turn for the section tugway break. 350. Ease in the pull. 360.
Got two.
Chariot roll out. Ease in more pull. Ease in the pull. A little drive. The section tugway break. Smoke on. A little pull. Rudder break. Ease full. We're rolling out. Smoke off. Coming right. Comes the pull. Ease full. We're rolling out. Church clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the section flat pass. 2.5 mark. 3 miles mark. 3.5. 4 miles mark. Coming right. Power's idle. Comes the pole. Circling 4.5 for the second flat pass.
Left.
And turning in 4.5. Section flat pass. Is on the pole. And rolling out the section flat pass, little airport to inboard. Adding power 290.
Got you.
Chance. A little pull. 2 level smoke on. We're in for the section flat pass.
Left.
We're slow.
You're telling me.
Centerpoint, coming right. Coming for the right comes the pole. A little more pole smoke off. Easing power. A little more pole. Little more pull. Easing some pull. Rolling out. Ease and more pull. Stand by the flaps. Flaps. Ease and the pull. Stand by the trim. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Adding power. A little pull. 12. Ease in the pull. Coming right. Stand by the gear. A little pull. One right hand turn for the second landing.
Left.
Little more pull. Rolling out a little back. Easing some of that pull. Easing more pull. Coming for the right. Easing a little power. Easing more pull and a little more power. And we're rolling out the section landing. Easing a little more pull. A little pull. And ease in that pull. A little pull. Stand by the boards. Boards. Comes the brakes. A little brakes. A little more brakes. Off. Brakes now. Adding power to 16. Set. Stand by the boards, boards. Stand by the flaps, flaps. Stand by the spoilers. 3, 2, 1, mark. We're coming left. Give me tune trail.
Lip.
Stand by the landing light now. We're coming left. Coming to on the right wing.
Lip.
Nice flight, Neb.
Nice flight, you. Plenty to debrief, but not too bad for a week or so off. Week and a half.
Yeah. I died.
You died?
Well, not actually, but I would have if we weren't invincible.
Did you hit me?
Horizontal rolls. I did 5, and then the jet top spinned, and I hit the ground.
No way.
I managed to get it back in the air, but that's why I was late to the inverted takeover.
That's amazing.
And-
I did 4, like we had done before, but I think we should just do 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the jet gets a lot less controllable the more of them you do. And I think they only did 3 in the shows, in the video, but I haven't checked it all.
I think you're right. I think they only ever did 3, and then they reduced it to 2 for the F-18.
But yeah, the F-18 would lose control authority to the F-7.
Well, our goal clear.
Lem is clear, Dre.
We're coming right now, power. Dude, after taxiing this thing, trying to tax the F-14 is a nightmare because it's so responsive.
Yeah, it's also really heavy.
And it's got a lot of power, and so, like, you go really fast.
It's true, you basically packed the thing in idle.
Yeah, you get it moving, and then you put it in idle.
Yeah. Bit of inertia.
We're coming left, no power. Stand by right for parking. Okay. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little brakes. Brakes. Stand by canopy and engines.
Web.
And 3, 2, 1, mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. Alright. That was a show.
That's a show.
Coming out from under the hood to debrief.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That was a show. Check 1, 2. BrotherLeb, you got me? Check 1, 2. BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yep, loud clear.
Leave it, Charlie, on yourself. Yep. I died. There's my major safety. Fix it for next time. Glad to be here. There were a couple of others in formation, but overall, I think I'm learning. Had a few Fs in there. Fix my safeties. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I had a safety in the Fortis, a safety in the flat path, a safety. I fell out in the canopy to canopy, and I was never in for the line of rest loop. So I'll fix my safeties and my mistakes, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, don't talk to me about the Fortis.
Okay.
That was a nightmare, dude. I was going so slow.
Yep.
Okay. Let's run through the TAC view. Okay. No comments on taxi.
Yeah, nothing.
Hey, DCS, stop it. My takeoff was a little quick on the roll, and therefore I had to pull out of it early. So it's not going to look very good. But I was snappy on the roll to the knife edge and pull behind crowd, so C+.
Not my smoothest or lowest low transition, but I think it's probably similar-ish to what I've been doing. I think I climbed a little too fast after I got airborne, though. The initial roll was pretty good. Overrolled the half Cuban thing, as always, and clear was good. Just C.
All right, knife edge. I was a little behind into the box, but got us up on the knife edge at the right time. We crossed half left. My clear was good. B.
Late to the 4 mile, good speeds inbound, pretty decent in the box. Way overrolled the rollout, and I think I'm a half a jet high. C.
Inverted. Good roll in. Looks like I'm ahead because we're gonna hit 1.5 right. Did pretty good inverted. Never heard your contact call, but I could see that we weren't conflicting, so I let the maneuver proceed. Yeah, roll behind crowd was not quite as decisive as I wanted it to be, but it was nice and measured and controlled. Rollout was good. Clear behind crowd was good. Calling this a B.
A little late to the 4, or a little early to the 4 mile. Rest of it was pretty solid. A hair overroll in the roll in. I don't know if I ever gave the contact call, so that's a safety. I'll fix my safety next time. Glad to be here. And then a flat turn behind crowd F.
All right, believe it. Yeah, I was behind the whole way in. Called the hit late. Drive was good. Over the top was good. Spotted you well. Called the hit at the right time. Rolled almost 3 times, but then a very slow rollout, so that was hot trash. Pulled out at the right time. Clear behind crowd was good. C-.
Let's see. Timings were decent on the way in. Looks like we're going to hit 2 right because I had a bag of knots. Looks like I'm 25 knots faster
Not
than
your
you
bad.
at the
That's my
rolling.
bad.
Okay, yeah, so I also got to all the checkpoints until we got visual over the top of that before you did, so that was a little weird. But half roll was pancake flat, and the rest of the timing felt like it was supposed to. I think I'm going to be a little low relative to the crowd angle, and I think I need to be higher and a little bit further right because I think the second hit's going to be like 3 or 4 left. This is probably a C plus. How many rolls on the? Looks like you're doing 3.
3,
the second
ideally,
hit.
but let me
Yeah,
know.
I just did 2, so that okay. C.
All right, Fortis, too slow. Rolling was good, altitude was good, but then we just were slow, so we were sinking like a mofo. So I kept adding power and pull, and nothing was fixing it. I also smoked on, so that'll be fun. Rollout was good. Remembered to smoke off, but because of our altitude, yeah, we got down under 200. We got, goodness, we're gonna be like 50 feet by the time we finish this. So yeah, F. Fix my safety. Glad we're both here, still here.
This rejoin was bad. I should have turned in earlier, and I had way too much speed, so I got kind of out in front of you at the first 45 of the turn, and then was just way out, strung out on the rest of the turn. So that was a bummer. Rollout was all right. Caught your roll in pretty well. Got up ahead, but then I got ahead of you, and that was horrifying. I think that's actually probably a position I might be able to shoot for later, but it was just not comfortable at all. And then you kept bringing power in and pull in, and then eventually we got close to center point, and I head checked before the turn, and I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I have my wheels down because we're low. So at least if I hit the ground, I'll have something in between me and it." And then I almost overlapped on the turn. But it looks like I didn't. So boy, that was really close, though. Yeah. And then I got a little ahead of you when we were doing the gear stuff because I was flipping switches and couldn't manage power, and so I got way behind you after the rollout, which is a bummer. C minus.
Alright, canopy, because we were so freaking slow. And well, I had to pull us up early, so we kind of drifted around that corner. Came back in, and we were still pointed down, but I had to just roll me in because we were losing distance. I wanted to give you time to get in formation. So up we go. Was a little late. Initiated the roll on time though because I gave us a little bit more pull up the hill. We are inverted over center point. We're a couple right. But this is pretty decent given the setup that I'd given myself. Yeah, the roll was measured and fine, and then the rollout was also fine. I didn't murder you, I don't think. Oh no, I almost did, but you're clearing now, so good on you. And yeah, this is I think given the hand I was dealt, this is a C. Well, the hand I dealt myself. Who am I kidding?
I was getting comfortable with formation again in the turn. I was in the right spot and caught the attitude of your jet on the roll in, but didn't bring enough power to stay with you, so I chased you up the hill, which makes it really hard to catch. And then I was just sort of out of position and in funny spots over the top. And I kind of had to push out because I was falling into you and a little ahead at the 90, or rather at the 180, like wings level, which is a bummer because like that's actually probably an okay position. But I felt like I was like going to go out ahead of you, and so I freaked out and fell out, smoked off. But that's probably the safe move. But that's a bummer. And then I made good adjustments and corrections, anticipating that you might end up doing something I wasn't expecting on the rollout, and I actually caught that pretty well. So this one, this is probably a D, maybe a D plus.
All right, so the section crossover. I made the turn well this time. Just put us up super high. It gave us plenty of time to adjust to things coming back down the hill. Got us over that crane, which is a little scary. But it gave us a really good altitude for coming in. Yeah, called the hit at the right time. And the cross looked good. Very nice, very nice. I was trying to pull, but yeah, it looks like I pulled enough to make it for you. Went up to the 80, and then nice clean rolls. Overrolled the final 8.5, and then overrolled the pull behind crowd. This is a C.
I was able to get stuck back in. Formation around the corner was good. Positioning was pretty good. All the way in. Pull good. Rolls clean. Clean clear. B plus.
Very nice job. 4 point. I was in some weird positions coming into this one, but got it all sorted by the time called the hit. Good 4 points. Really good rudder adjustments and very flat rollouts. Pull behind crowd was excellent. This is a B plus. Hold on. Pause. Yeah, we hit one right. B plus.
Let's see. Timing a little slow at the a little late at the 4 mile. I think I was just a hair fast at the 2 mile too. That's a bummer. The first 3 of the 4 points was good, and I think my altitude might have been good, maybe a hair low. But then I realized when I was inverted, I was like, oh, I need to bring in power again. And then so the last knife edge, I did, but then I was already sinking a bunch, and then also the rollout was very floppy. So this is a C.
Yes, the A4 sink if you don't have the power and when it's edged. Yep.
All right, so the slow roll. I didn't set up this maneuver right at all, so my roll in was a little funky. But that said, I think the profile is going to be all right. It's nice and flat, so I'll be interested to see how that looks from the ground. I'm going to give this one a C plus. Maybe upgrade it to a B depending on what it looks like. Ooh, wings level over center point too. Well, interesting. Yeah, we'll see how it looks.
Worth noting that you were pointed towards the crowd to start the maneuver. Not that...
That was kind of intentional because of the way that the roll happens, because it rolls away from cloud, so you tend to corkscrew outboard.
Yep.
So it's like, obviously I don't want to be totally pointed, but I'm watching my heading the entire time. So if I was at any point not able to see crowd, I would be more concerned about that.
Alright, Ladderus Loop. Didn't do enough pull is the story of this one, so we ended up being super high and weird and not over center point and having a ton of bagonauts at the bottom, which means I had to ease out some pull, which meant that we went up the hill and were up there for too long. This is a C minus. It keeps happening, so I just need to hork it up the hill.
I completely screwed up the rejoin for this. I'm not sure. I think I should have just pointed at you and then worked the intercept once we got closer, but I just pointed at a conflicting heading, which meant that I had like almost 180 degrees to get the rejoin. So I was way strung out and wasn't able to get in. And I chased you up the hill, then I overshot, and then I was just like, all right, fine. I'm just going to hang out way out here because I can't even tell the aspect of his jet and I don't want to be in a dangerous spot. I'm just not in, and I just need to accept it. And then I oversped and got a little close on the split, so this is an F. Not a safe. Well, there might have been a close to a safety on that. Not really. Yeah, it's just horrible.
8 point. Something was going on with my head during this one. I just was not calculating my 8 points very well. They're a little quick, and they're just terrible. So, this is a D. I don't like it. Moving on to the maneuver that I died in, the horizontal rolls. I was ahead the whole way in, but couldn't really fix it. But by the time we got to the 2 mile mark, so I had to add power in. Then I rolled 5 times, and the jet just fell out of the sky. I hit the ground and was able to get back in the air somehow. But this is the worst maneuver for that to happen because the next maneuver is my really hot rejoin for the inverted tuck overroll. So we'll get to that. It's an F. I am not here.
It's Ghost Adam, Nega Adam. Let's see. So, I was way early to all my checkpoints while you're doing the 8 points, so I was kind of in a funny spot in the sky for getting to the right speed and spot for the 4 mile. So I sucked at that, and I was very late. Was able to kind of collect it, but I was kind of all over the speeds, which is not a surprise why you're so early. The rolls were fine. I did 4 of them, but I was very nose low. So I think we should do 3 in the future.
Yep.
And I don't know, this is probably C.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inverted Tor. So I think because it took you a long time to get in, and I didn't know what had happened, but I could tell something had happened because there was like no smoke off call, and then there was like variety or not even a smoke off call, so just a clear call, and then I think I also kind of forgot that I was supposed to be leading a maneuver, so it like took until I basically came to the crowd right heading before I was like, right, okay, I'm leading this, and then I finally kind of got ahead of the jet again. But I created, I don't know, this profile or this turn, I didn't pull nearly hard enough, and I wasn't far enough behind crowd. I needed to take a more gentle turn on that left turn than I did because I think I forgot I was leading.
You're also at an
so
angle that's pointing you back towards the
Yeah,
road
which
line.
is weird. I don't know what heading I thought I was on. I thought I was on my. Yeah, it looks like I'm just like creeping further and further left. So anyway, I created all sorts of problems for myself, which I did not fix very well. So we had to correct back to the right, and then our roll in was very late, and then I overrolled the hit. So this is a D minus.
Yeah, this rejoin was fun. I knew I was gonna be late. I was hoping I'd get in before you rolled in, and I did. And I was just super far back. Rolled in and just like pushed, and then tried to close the gap, pushed the power up to get near you, and then got a little too close for my taste. But then I was like, I need to be line abreast by the time we hit, and so I almost did that. And then I overrolled with you because I end up watching you for the last little bit of that. And then got out ahead of you, and then was like, okay, Chariot, just calm down, take a deep breath, reset. That whole sequence was a disaster. Let's restart. So this is a D.
D minus and a D. That one's one for the record books. Okay. Section roll. I did something weird in this turn. I think maybe early or too much pull or something. I don't know. We were just closer to the crowd. And so I started the maneuver late, and so we were not inverted until like well beyond center point. I think the angle was a little better, and I think if we had started earlier, we might have actually been inverted over center point, but we weren't. And so that's a bummer. The actual profile itself was fine, but this is still a C minus because of that. The fact that we were in the wrong spot in the sky.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I was in around the turn and getting very comfortable with form flying ahead of the maneuvers. Um, and then we started going up the hill, and I got a little ahead, and then a smidge behind, and then was pushing towards ahead when we started the roll. So I was just not in a good power position. So I was just fixated on being in good position in all other aspects. Ended up getting a little bit sucked. But was able to follow your jet pretty well throughout. Just got a little wide and sucked. Like just I don't know. I was just a little out the whole way. And then was able to work it back in the turn. This is a C minus.
The fleur de lis. Remembering what had happened before and the fact that I was way outboard, or the last maneuver I was way outboard, I made good corrections in the turn. It was a fairly gradual rollout, and we were at a pretty good distance so that we could get a better hit. And so I'm going to call this one actually B+.
My formation flying was freaking awesome. I got right up alongside you, like perfectly. My push was good. My rolls were very good. Almost nailed the inverted, which is really hard to do in this maneuver for some reason. And turn pull behind crowd was good. This is a B+.
I'm actually going to downgrade mine to a B because I overruled the inverted bit. Normally I can get pretty close to level, and I was good 45 degrees off, so B.
All
right.
right. The Jerry Clean Loop. This one was. I don't have anything to say about it. This was a B, but I need to get closer to center point. That's my big.
All right. Yeah, I did a little bit different where I kept visual contact of you throughout the turn, which was good because then I had a better sense for where you were, and I was listening to your callouts, and I just didn't trust myself to bring in power because I had problems with that in the past, and I should have believed, but I ended up getting about the right spot on the up we go, so that ended up actually working out well. I eased some pull over the top, and I shouldn't have, so I had to bring in power, and then my loop was extremely like skinny, and I had to squat the jet at the bottom of it, but the timings were pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think this is probably still a C though. Maybe C+.
Good adjustments to the problems you created for yourself.
Yes.
So we're halfway there. All right, the section loop.
Section loop, give me a super wide turn to give you time to get in. I've been thinking about altitudes to give me some airspeed about this, and I made good decisions in that regard. A little bit more pull and roll at the end to set the right angle, but that's what boss has to do. I had a little bit of roll in the initial part of the pull, which I didn't really notice and then corrected without saying anything, so that's bad. But then the ease over the top and the ease of power on the boards and all that were pretty good. I initiated the right roll before we were even through the rest of the loop, which I think is a good move.
Mm-hmm.
I should have kept easing though, because we ended up climbing a lot. And then I can probably roll to the left a little quicker after that. So this is a C.
Yeah, so I actually came left before my gear was fully up and my smoke is off because I just need the time. So is it going to look great? No. If I get more confident in this rejoin in the future, I will go back. But for the moment, I'm going to give myself time to rejoin. As it was, when you added that power coming around the 90, I was full mill and not catching you. So I don't know what's up with that.
That's weird, because you said you were in, which is why I added the power.
I mean, I was. Like, I was in and I overshot you a little bit right here.
Uh-huh.
And then, so I was easing power, and then you added the power, and then I just couldn't catch you for the rest of the way.
Huh, interesting.
So, I was able to catch you on the straight and level. Up we go. I was modulating the power, trying not to get ahead of you, and still got a little ahead of you. And then over the top, I got ahead of you again. We did the boards. I got ahead of you again. We pulled in the boards, and I got ahead of you again. and so then I'm a little bit sucked. You did the ease and the come right, and I was expecting you to ease more in the come right.
I should have. I
Right?
should
Yep.
have.
Okay. So that's good. I'm glad I'm anticipating that correctly. But I stayed in the right position. Then you came left, and I was expecting that to go a little bit quicker. So it's good to know that you were thinking that too. So we're on the same page mentally. This is good. And then I was in position pretty well until the rollout, which I was in the middle of trying to pull into a little bit when you did the rollout. So I pushed out of position and had to come back in to go up the hill. So all in all, this is a D, but this is the best I've done it, which is saying something.
I created a problem for myself because of not easing in the turn and not rolling quick enough. So we had to do some real hard pulling in that turn. But we got there, which is good. And then the over the top had enough pull, and we were just a little inboard because I think I was a little. The lineup wasn't quite right, and I had just a smidgen of right wing down on the first 90. And so we were inboard. Outbound speeds were good. Altitudes were a little low. Over the half Cuban generally was pretty good on parameters. The lineup wasn't quite as good as it could be. And then my inbounds, I just forgot that you come down the hill with all this speed, so you can't have too much power, but then you got to add it up, otherwise you'll lose a bunch of power. And then I had too much, and then there's a certain point where at the half mile mark, I just go full military because otherwise I'm not going to have enough speed to catch you in the rejoin for the next maneuver. So I created all sorts of problems for you to make that hit, and that is why you are late. So yeah, that's a C minus. C minus, yeah.
Screw you. That explains why I'm late. Okay. I was I was in and good up the hill. We had a lot more pull than we usually do, but that was fine. I was able to catch it. Yeah, we did the break, and I was good on the lineup. And then outbounds, I was a little bit ahead and low. Up over the top, I hit vertical after you, so put in about 10 alpha, and that ended up working out. Rolled out with you, pulled out with you, and then was right on until the 1 mile mark, and then I went full mill because I realized that even at that point I was going to be late, and then just wasn't able to gain on you. So I think we went mill at about the same time. So we ended up with the picture I would have ended up with. Thanks for telling me that you went mill, because that means that I won't add that to my bank of cause and effect.
No, I in the past have not told you this, but yeah, I have pretty much since about the third show gone mill at the half mile mark, so that I have the engine is spooled up to military power by the time I have to make that hard left turn to try to start the next rejoin. So at that point, it is what it is.
Well, yes, but it's my job to make it what it's supposed to be. So I need to know that. So now I know that, and I will adjust to it in the future. All right. So I didn't give myself a grade for that, did I? I'm gonna give that a C. Moving on to the section crossover. Nice lazy turn. Had to add up a little bit of power because we were a little low on the power curve. We lined up nice and long. Pulled up just enough and did the hit over center point. Pull was good. Yeah, this is a B. Yeah, B, because I got a little slow before the turn, which meant that my change of speed was higher, was more drastic than it normally is, which can make the rejoin challenging. Yeah. B.
Flippin' nailed the rejoin. That was great. But then I just didn't hide the jet very well at all. I think I actually need to be closer than you. I've been tending to be further away because that was what it felt like the sight picture needed, but I don't think that actually is what I want. And then I was working to snuggle up I don't know what it's going to look like from the ground, but I know that I didn't hide the jet on this one, which is a bummer. It looks like the sync of our rolls and pulls are good on my tack view, which usually means that I'm not the right time. But I promise, I remember we were coming to the hit, and I was like, don't pay attention to him, don't fly visual, just fly what you hear. So I was doing it based on audio, and if the timing's off,
It's me. It's me. I
friggin'
remember
A.
that.
There was also something that happened, like you didn't pull as hard as I did. I don't know. I was sitting on the heading with smoke off, and you called smoke off like
I
2
didn't
or
pull
3
as hard
seconds
as you,
after.
no.
Yeah, and so that was that just weirded me out. But anyway,
I went 5G or at 7. That was me.
yeah. Well, it's because of the you know what it's like
Yeah.
because you do the oh shoot, whatever the heck it is, the OMRT. And, you know, if you've got another jet crossing in front of you, you tend to pull hard. Beepity boppity boo. Yeah, that's a B.
All right. The section flat pass. All was good until I didn't add enough power, and then we just like sat at 260 knots the whole way. That makes this a C.
I did a much more bold rejoin this time, which was good, and I was able to get in on time. I need to even be bolder, but this is good. We're getting there. Hopefully, at some point, I will actually just make the pretzel work perfectly, and then it'll be awesome. I just don't trust it, and I need to trust it. Boy howdy, I was expecting you to add power because there's so many times where I'm coming in and I'm adding power and you're adding power and I'm not catching you, and I got ahead of you, which was nerve-wracking and a safety, and I'll fix my safeties for next time. Glad to be here. F.
The section landing. Because we were so slow, didn't have to ease as much power. Still use a little bit of power. And then there's a lot of trimming this time. I guess because we had so much pull in it. Came right, gear down. We were coming around the corner too fast, so I had to make some adjustments, and then rolled out flat, and we were gonna absolutely collide with the stadium, so I had to do some like zippity doo dah to get over it. And then we were flat on the descent, and then I didn't ease my throttles soon enough on the landing, which is why I got away from you. And then taxi back was good, but the maneuver itself was a D.
I stayed with you much better and modulated the throttle much better. I decided to ease it out while you were doing your trimming, which was a good idea, but I think I need to maintain my position a little better while that's happening. Even so, it was pretty good in the corner, but a little too throttle happy. I need to trust it. I could tell that we were headed for that stadium. I could see it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, I wonder if this is the show where I got scraped off on this thing. But you didn't. And I was just like, I've got to trust him. That's my job, you know. And you did not do me wrong. And then, yeah, it was kind of weird to watch you walk away from me because I was like, I'm actually adding power while we're on the ground, and I've got like boards and flaps up or whatever the hell they are. And that was just like a weird feeling, knowing that you were probably hard on the brakes, and I was just like just barely riding them and adding power. And so that was bizarre. There was the hiccup thing right before you started doing the boards and the spoilers, which was just like, I don't know, I just held what I had and hoped that nothing horrible was happening. But I like being able to put all that stuff away before we made the turn. So it made the turns really good. The taxi was good, and I got ahead of you on the last turn, the turn to 90, which was weird.
Bad.
So anyway, I'm going to call that one another B.
All right, let's go look at the tape and then, like in rapid fire mode, unpause. How does one? Thank you. Oh, whatever. We'll go above the. Well, no, we're supposed to. Whatever. We'll be right here. That should be fine. Okay. Super speed. Can't reset my sound again.
Huh.
Speaking of which, that's going to be way too loud. Especially in these aircraft. It's not saving for some reason.
That is weird. Wonder if they did something with the patch.
Not the patch, it was like this with the update.
Or the update then.
Yeah.
Party time.
I wasn't pointed up for long enough.
I think this is when it's going to be a little bouncy.
Alright, I'm super speed mode. Here we go.
Yeah, little unstable. Bummer.
Nice and flat afterward, though.
It's just hard to tell when I'm off the ground. And then
Yeah.
the thing that normally tells me is like, oh, I'm rolling to the left.
Here we go, folks. Nice. Good roll that time.
And this is Overroll City. I remember thinking about it too and being like, roll a little slower so you don't overdo it. And I was like, nope.
Nice. Good flat. That's cool.
Yep. Noise.
Thanks for a cool maneuver, friend.
Interesting thing. So in the F-18, it looks best if you're just like ripping the stick around and like very like, you know, manhandling it. But this thing actually looks a little better if you're smooth.
Yep. Smoke on, smoke off. The kniffage.
Just a hair high. Half a jet. Felt like I was high this whole show, so.
I felt the same looking at the. Alright.
But it was weird because coming into the box, I knew how high I was,
Uh-huh.
and it was just like, I feel like I'm coming down to meet him every time. But it's not you. Like, I gotta fix that. It's my job. I just wasn't doing a good one.
Overroll like a mofo. This looks high.
Hello? Ooh, very low. Holy Toledo. Alright. Noted.
More rudder. There it is. There it is. Finally got the right amount towards the end there.
It's funny, if you rudder, though, the jet is a little more coordinated, and it actually flies better.
Yep.
It's less horrifying.
Yep.
It's still horrifying, but it's less horrifying. Once you can get over the, like,
I'm
internal...
ruddering towards the ground.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Alright, here we go. Blib it. I did not expect you to have the bag of knots you had.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
A bag and a half.
Where is he? There he is.
Oh!
Dude, that was close.
Just another 500 feet or so.
That was close, dude.
That was close.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm starting to get it.
That's
to get
awesome. I was looking at you, it's like, he's probably high. Apparently not.
it. No, I wasn't high enough.
Or you weren't close enough. It's one of the two. You gotta make whatever that parallax is.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I do altitude.
yeah, you gotta go look at the like what it looks like too, because it's weird. Like I could get right up on top of you, but it wouldn't look right. Crappy hiding of the jet.
Skip it.
Smoke on.
A little sync, then I was able to catch it, but then we were just slow. Like, I was like, oh, we're climbing. Well, and then we started to sink. And that's when things got spicy.
Oh no, the trend line is not good. So I was ahead of you for most of that, but you can't tell because I backed off at that point. Oh my gosh.
Like I said, it's an F. Well, look at me fixing it by climbing us over the buildings. I was like, gotta get him over the buildings, otherwise he's dead. Alright, moving on. Hey,
Be cooler if I was in.
Yeah.
But I'm
I'm
not.
not supposed to see this. I'm too high anyway.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Okay.
And there's the overshoot, and then I freak out right about now. And then I get too much power, so then I'm ahead of you. Now I really freak out. And if I just, wow, I couldn't hold what I got because there was all sorts of change happening. I wasn't catching with my throttle very well.
Oh, that was a decent one from me.
Mm-hmm. It's such a weird thing when you're if you're in formation, if you can get in the ballpark throttle-wise, you've actually got a lot of room
Yep.
that you can jockey around to stay in the right spot. But if you're not and you're out of phase, it's like really hard to get stuck in. Good lineup. You're like right behind that building. A little high. Okay.
Just a little.
That looks cool.
That is really cool. We're finally up. I want to be a little higher, actually. So you might
All right.
just at the show site because there's that building there. Like
Mhm.
you have to adjust to what you see.
If you want to get really fancy, which you might not, you could come down just a hair as we're doing it.
A little drive, yeah.
Well, like just, yeah, drive or just like, you're like 2 or 3 degrees nose low
Uh-huh.
all the way in before the hit, and
Yeah.
we'll naturally flatten out on the turn.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't even notice it.
You just feel a little drive as in the lineup.
Yeah, maybe. Wow, just a little high. It's so hard to get that altitude right.
Oh yeah. That was a sexy 4-point from me.
That was good. Yeah, well done.
Can't squat it like you do in the F-18. You'll rip the wings off.
Yep. Whoa. Chill, Leb. Yeah, I gotta not do that. I gotta flatten it before I do that.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was good.
Flat
good.
right over center point. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. Finally got the timing right.
Something with the rudder there, it looks like. Probably
Yeah,
released it.
I'm trying to just press on it a little bit in rolls to keep it like from the nose from swinging,
Uh-huh.
but I think I did the wrong direction.
Gonna skip this in its entirety.
I was like, nope. I was way ahead of you, and I could tell that our flight paths were converging, so I was just like, I'm gonna go out of here now.
8-point. This was terrible too. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh
It
man.
was all right until that last one when you had to just sort of like push out of it.
Ugh. Gross. Alright, here's the
Oh,
one.
this is when you died.
Yeah, ready to
I
watch.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay.
Watch me tumble. That's freaking amazing.
Classic Chariot, able to salvage disaster.
From the jaws of victory.
Alright. This rejoin's
This
gonna
is-
take a minute.
Setup
Because
was
I was doing
garbage, too.
200 knots by the time I lined up behind crowd.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, at least we overrode together. Thanks for
yes.
joining me on that particular excursion. Oh, rudder. Work it.
I
Work
can do it! I can do it! See?
So close. That's impressive.
It's like, oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
It doesn't look like it though. It's
I know,
crazy. It
dude.
looks like you're in formation.
I was like, okay. Let's widen it out. Deep breaths. Get back in. Because this next section, you do not have time to think about what happened last maneuver.
If I were you, I would hate this whole section.
I love it. don't get to
Inverted
do
tucker
that.
roll, this whole thing.
I don't
It's
get
just
to
like,
do
because you're
this,
just
dude.
in like tight formation with some ridiculous maneuvers.
It's
Uh,
fun.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
I don't get to do like you got to
'Cause
do most of the farm flying in the other show.
I'm telling you, man, the the delta roll into the fleur-de-lis was my least favorite part of the F-18 show. It's just really difficult. And if you screw up early on, you're hosed.
It's decent.
Yeah.
Can't tell how out I am.
Can't tell. Well, you can't tell how far away from the crowd we are, but it doesn't look that bad.
I mean, I was locked in with you as far as like aspect the whole way.
Yeah.
It's just all the rest of the jockey.
That's how it goes, though.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, this setup was
Make
good,
it look
though.
like a mirror image of of one jet. That's the goal on
Mhm.
that rollout.
Guess I need to drive less. I don't know. I'm always way lower than you. It's probably also because I'm not waiting for the delay. So I've got drive before you do.
Alright. Dirty clean loop.
Smoke is on. Here he comes. Ripping in.
That's actually kind of cool looking. Oh, dude, that looks really cool. Yeah, being a smidge late isn't actually that big of a problem.
No.
Oh, dude, this looks awesome.
I actually ripped it to idle too, almost as soon as I passed you,
That's
because I was
probably a
coming in
good
at like
idea.
500 knots. Yeah.
Dude,
I
this looks
just
cool.
kept the pull in a little more, so I wasn't so far behind you at this point.
Yep. This looks
think-
really good.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
And squat the jet.
Dude,
That's cool, though.
That's good. Nice job. We're making progress. I'm like, I can't wait anymore. I have to go. It's just so slow.
I was idle too.
I know. Yeah, there's where I got behind.
okay.
And I'm just like, come on, power. So sucked.
It's a bummer because I have to be doing 450
I
knots
know,
to
dude.
start this thing.
I know.
So I'm
I
going
know
from
the
200 to
problem.
450, and you gotta catch me.
I gotta go from 200 to like 500, back down to 390, and then catch you on your way up to 450. So it's similar to the line abreast loop. That happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Getting better at it. I'm still not there yet. This is the one that I hate.
Yeah.
This sequence right here. Well, this is definitely the best I've done.
Yeah, I can roll way faster there. It's just you're doing everything at this like super measured pace, and then to suddenly be like, all right, here we go.
As long as we
It's like a
briefed
weird-
it, we're good.
It's
Yeah.
not even that I'm afraid I'm going to throw you off, though I was for a long time. It's more just like changing your internal rhythm from like whatever Andante to like
Presto.
whatever's. Yeah.
Or if you want to be accurate, to Moderato.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more like Moderato.
Dude, it felt like we had so much pull in this. Like, especially the
Yeah.
extra pull over the top. I was almost to the stop.
Yeah, I was pulling really hard. Also, I didn't actually check. I was super curious what profile I'm on. Okay, this is interesting. I
Okay.
might keep it, but it was actually the Tomcat Moza profile. because I didn't have my auto switch on,
Oh, interesting.
and so it was the Tomcat profile, which means the stick forces were really heavy, which helped in a lot of ways.
Alright, skip. Not terrible.
Yep, not too bad.
It also meant, so, yeah. Because I was late and I added up a bag of knots, that meant I had extra knots on the outbound, which makes your rejoin harder.
I did just fine in this rejoin, so that was well within what is possible, and then I just sucked at this.
Just a
Maybe
little
higher.
altitude, yeah.
I also picked the wrong ground reference. I was
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the wrong thing.
Yeah, I called it weird. Yeah, I really screwed this maneuver up. You can see how much I didn't pull there.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you should aim for the same point that I'm aiming at, which is like looking for the runway.
I mean, I look at the runway and I spot it, but I can't. I have to fly based on you. Like, I
Uh-huh.
have to know where you are and fly you. So I use that as a reference for how much more of the turn I'm trying to get to. But if I just like aim for the same point, in theory we should meet.
Nice.
But
Too low.
we
Oh.
could do it at that speed. I just need to know that you're not going to be.
Oh, I
adding
plan
up
to be
any
at
power.
300. 300 is
Because the
ideal.
last time, yeah, the last couple times you just like you were idle and then you added up power to like some setting and it was just like this weird. I just wasn't able to catch you in the way that I expected to, or I don't know. This was hard in a different way, but it was just based on expectation bias, I think, mostly.
I do not envy you, flying formation for the landing.
You know, the jet's got so many control surfaces out that it's not that bad. It's scary, but it's like not hard. Well, it's hard, but it's not like
You barely
there are
cleared
other.
the fence, by the way.
Yeah, it felt really low, and sure enough, it was.
I just take off. There he goes.
Disappear into the ground.
Yeah, your taxi was great, dude.
Yeah, no. I'm starting to finally get like the things that I need to know how to do. So on that, I think I have an idea that it might help that turn as well.
Alright, let's escape. There we go. That's not the thing.
Yeah, I don't fly formation in this show very much, but I taxi in formation for a long time.
Yep. Yeah, this is on me. I just didn't turn fast enough. Just a caster wheel, dude.
Yep. Yep. Well, I mean, you died, but there's a lot of that show that actually was all right.
I agree. Alright, folks. That's going to be it for us. We're going to go do some other stuff. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Peace.